Alright, so, hi ladies and gents, my name is Becca. Okay, let me just start off by saying that I apologize for the video quality. I'm doing this off of a laptop, so maybe if this channel gets better, or has, like subscribers and whatever, maybe then the quality will get better, hopefully. Anyway, so let me just introduce myself. So my name's Becca. I am just a person who wants to, as my channel says, educate, celebrate, and have some fun while doing it. So this is going to be called Diaries of an Epileptic. And the reason it's going to be called that is I have epilepsy. And so what this channel is going to be about is celebrating and educating people about the struggles of people like myself who have epilepsy, but not just that. It is about people who have disorders or handicaps, disabilities, that you can't see. And not just that, it's things that we don't normally talk about. And let me see if the lighting's a little bit better right here. Oh, it is. That's much better. You can also see my beautiful makeup. So that's great. Yeah. So that's great. That's what we'll be doing. So hopefully, this is something that people will enjoy and want to learn about. I know, when I was first diagnosed, there was only one other member of my family who had epilepsy, so it was kind of big for us. Not a lot of people really know about epilepsy. I know growing up, it was really hard for me. Kids didn't really know. There's a lot of misconceptions about epilepsy. There was a lot of things people thought you needed to do with seizures. That's not true. A lot of people don't know that there's different types of seizures. A lot of people don't know that epilepsy can be caused by different things. People don't know that epilepsy can go away. Epilepsy can start in childhood. Epilepsy can start later on in life. Epilepsy can be genetic. Epilepsy can be caused by all kinds of different things. So I'm just here to educate and hopefully help, but also talk about my personal experiences with it. But I'll also be talking about just growing up on top of that. So this is my first warning. There will not just be, talking about epilepsy, but there'll also be talking about bullying and things like that, religion, politics. So if you're not comfortable with those things, this channel might be not right for you. But if you are comfortable with those things, or you just want to get educated, that's great. I do want to warn, some of my opinions, they may not be opinions you agree with, and that's okay, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So this is the first video in Diary of an Epileptic. I also am doing this because I think it'll be really cathartic. I've been epileptic since I was probably, I thought it was 9, but my mom wants to say 7, so it's probably 7, because sometimes memory can be affected when it comes to epilepsy. There's a lot of things. But I'm also doing this because in the last year and a half, my epilepsy has gotten really bad, has gotten a lot worse, and it has caused a lot of fallout with my life. A lot of really great things were happening. I was in college. We thought my epilepsy was going away, because especially with kids, when you get it when you're a kid, they tell you, oh, you'll probably grow out of it. And so that's what we thought was happening. And that did not happen. So in the past year, I have fractured a rib. I almost broke my orbital bone, and your orbital bone is right here. And if you break it, it can dislodge your eye. So, not good. But I also had a seizure while taking a bath, so that's really bad. So I almost drowned, which, it's not funny, but you gotta kind of laugh about it. I've also had seizures while driving, so I don't drive, which can be common with epileptics. So sometimes it can be hard. You have to find the things to kind of laugh about. So that's what I do. I find funny moments in my life. Like, my second seizure ever, I was watching Hannah Montana, because I am 20, I'll just tell you, I'm 21 years old. So, probably 10 or 11, so 2011, I was watching Hannah Montana, the height of Hannah Montana. And I had a seizure, and I fell off the couch. And my dad came, and he asked me, "What's your name?" Because when people have seizures, you need to wait till they're done, and you have to ask them questions to make sure there's no brain damage. And so the three main questions are, what's your name, what year is it, and who's the president? So he asked me, "What's your name?" And I said, "Hannah Montana," very seriously. And he said, No, what's your real name?" And I leaned in real close, and I whispered, "Miley Cyrus." But shh. So, that's pretty funny, I think that's funny. You may not think that's funny. I think that's pretty amusing. But, but like I said, you have to find the humor in everything, It's like that with everything. Any trauma or anything bad that's happened to you. Like, some people will talk about, I was, I almost fell off a building, but it was really funny because I felt like a bird. I don't know. You have to find humor in everything, because if you don't, you'll cry. So, and I learned that from my mom. She was a dispatcher for a really long time, and there was a sad story that we were at work one time with her, and something sad happened, and they were laughing, and I said, "Why are you laughing? That's not funny." And she said, "Well, you have to find humor in it or you'll cry." And I've always thought that was really smart. But yes. But yeah. So that's what this series is for. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm nervous. Yeah, I think it's important because a lot of people don't know much about epilepsy. It's not really something we talk about. And it's not just epilepsy. It's everything that you can't see. And it's other things, not just that. It's childhood disabilities. Things that kids grow up with, and they feel like they are different. And they feel like they can't talk about it. I felt like I couldn't talk about it. I felt like I didn't know much about it. I felt like I couldn't speak on it. I didn't know if it was okay for me to talk about it. I felt embarrassed. And you shouldn't feel like that. A kid shouldn't feel embarrassed about that. There was a long time where I refused to take my medication, partly because it made me ill. It made me nauseous, and it just made me not feel well. And it would give me really bad headaches. But the other part, because I was so embarrassed to take medication. And I know I'm not the only kid who does that. I know there's children who have diabetes and feel embarrassed to take their medication, because growing up we had a kid who in late elementary school, middle school, was diagnosed with diabetes, and every day he would have to go take insulin, and he started getting made fun of, and he started not wanting to go take his insulin, and that's not fair to him. He needs to take insulin to survive. So people shouldn't be made to feel bad. And I mean, it was a little bit different for me because the kids didn't necessarily know. But I knew, and I was embarrassed, because I was constantly worried, well, what if I just have a seizure? Especially since the first time I ever had a seizure was in front of my cousin, who was probably 2 or 3, and in front of my sister, who was 8. And I've always felt really bad about that. I felt like I traumatized them. I don't think my cousin remembers, but I know my sister remembers. And it's hard. It's hard to be like that. I've had seizures at work, which is pretty embarrassing. I'm still very embarrassed to have seizures, which is kind of sad because a lot of times you can't prevent it, especially with the different types that I have, because I have 3 types. But it is what it is. So you kind of just have to deal with it. But that's what this series is about. It's about talking about it. It's about opening up about it. It's about discovering, all the different things. So hopefully, people will watch this channel and like it and want to know more. And if they don't, it's okay. I'll continue to do it because I enjoy it. And it feels good to talk about it. It feels good to be open about it and to be honest. And like I said, it's not going to just be about epilepsy. It's going to be about my childhood. It's going to be about... I'm wearing purple pants also, which I really like. I might show you guys my outfit. It's really cute. It's going to be about everything. It's going to be about growing up, dealing with bullying. It's going to be about growing up and having an older sister. It's just going to be about everything. So, I also might do makeup on it. I'm not good at makeup. I tried. It didn't really work. That's okay. I tried. So I'm happy that I tried because my lips look good. It might also be about fashion because I really like fashion. It's just going to be an amalgamation about everything. I'll talk about my hobbies. I don't really have any except watching Drag Race and movies and YouTube. I'll just, talk about things I like. Everything like that. So, hopefully, it'll be fun. Hopefully people like it. And if you don't, it's okay. Leave comments, leave likes. But thank you for watching. Have a great day. And know that I love you and I appreciate you, and you should love yourself because I love you.